Who are the actors who you have really watched to teach you yourself, this is how it's done?
Denzel. Everything about Denzel's career, I loved. Like, I always be like, I'll be calling myself sometimes. I'll just be playing. I'll be like, baby Denzel, you know. But I loved Denzel Washington because he came up in that era where it was like, you know, it was just all about his craft and acting. It wasn't about how famous you were outside of his,
Right.
you know, abilities to show you that he's the greatest or one of the greatest. And he still held on to that today. There's still a mystique about him. And it works for him. And I'm just like, and he's so awesome to this day. And I look up to him.
The Touré show. Okay, though. The Touré show. Okay, though.
That might be the best question I've ever been asked.
You're a phenomenal person. I mean, you legendary.
I am a fan of you, my brother.
Cory Hardrict is an amazing young actor. He stars in EP'd Die Like a Man, a very interesting new piece. He's been an actor for a long time, so I wanted to talk about the craft. I want to talk about raising kids after divorce. I want to talk about being single in Hollywood right now. Let's get into it. It's Cory Hardrict on Touré Show. Wait. Cory,
Yeah.
we're talking about your son, but really let's talk about you.
Okay.
Right? Because you're like, your son grows up in Southern LA,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Two great parents, right?
Yeah.
So he's chilling, right? Private school, you come up out the mud.
Right.
He's never gonna be as hard as you were, because the way, now we could be like, that's good. He should not have, because your hardness is part of the trauma that you're dealing with, grow up in the bullshit in Chicago.
Right.
But we do notice the kids are not as tough as we are. We worry about what is it. So just, what do you think about all of that?
Well, what I do think about it, you got to have good balance now for these kids because, like I say, growing up in LA, he's used to, you know, my son loves sushi and nannies. Yeah, I didn't grow up, you know, all the kids watch each other, right? Mama go to work, mom, dad go to work, y'all on your own.
Try not to get shot.
Right, just navigating, walking home.
How old were you when you saw a dead body?
Oh, wow. You know what? I don't think I saw a dead body. I saw it like happening, but I don't know if they died or not. I didn't stick around for that. I didn't stick around.
Right.
Oh, they shooting. I'm getting the hell out of here. Somebody got shot. You're ducking, you're running. You don't know. Like, and you may hear the aftermath, but you didn't see it.
And thank God your kids know nothing about that.
They don't got to see it. And thank God that, you know, we're in a great place to make sure our kids will never see that now, at least. So, but I try to teach them, like, you need that toughness, though, to survive in this world, because outside of mom and dad, it's like when you get out in that world, it's some sharks out here. It's wolves. They don't care. It's like, you know, you gotta really be prepared for it. And what more can you teach your kids? Like, it's through experience. So I try to let them know who his family is. I try to give them tough love. Like, I wrestle with them.
You do?
Just slap them. Like, come on, let's fight.
You do?
No, you come at me with his head down. Boy, put your head up. You got to see what you... I do that. And it's just like, I love my son, but I'm like, I know what he needs a little.
Does it work? Does he know how to fight?
So,
like with you, or is he kind of soft?
He ain't gotten to no fight yet. So we still working on trying to prepare him if that happens.
Just the fight spirit is not there yet.
The fight spirit is, no, it's really not. You know, he's a gentle giant. Like, he's going to be like tall, like got the high butt, you know, up here the waist. He's only 13. Probably be like 6'8" or something. But
really?
He's going to be a big guy, yes.
Where'd that from?
I don't know.
Because you ain't that tall.
6'1", no. His mom's
ain't
5'5",
that, I mean,
5'4.5".
So how he gonna be 6'8"? Who did? Your dad? Her dad?
Her grandfather was really tall, and my dad is tall.
Okay.
Yes, and his pediatrician was like, yeah, he's in the like 95%. He's gonna be really big.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So
would he go into entertainment, or really would you encourage him to go into entertainment, or you'd be like, nah, you don't want to?
He already had opportunities. Like, he was on his mom's show. He also had opportunities to do like movies and other shows. He said, I don't want to do it. I want to play basketball and just go to school. I didn't force him. I was like, you sure, son? You can pay for your own school with this, son. nah, Dad, I want to.
Because some actors are like, you don't want to be in this.
Yeah, I let him decide, and I gave him the choice, like and his mom did too. And I said, okay, whatever makes you happy, you know. But if you want to do it later, you know, you can help me out on some of these bills, you know, if you want to start paying for some of your stuff, son. But I love my son. Whatever he wants to do,
You're
we
a
support it.
father figure
Yes.
in your movie Die Like a Man.
Yes.
But also a thug.
Yes.
So is there a dual? And you're the EP and the star.
Yes.
But is this the duality of like, he's a good guy, but he's also got some rough edges?
No, my character was nothing good about him.
Okay. But he's a father figure.
He's a father figure, but misguiding this young man in the wrong direction. Like, he condones the street life. You got to get out there and earn your stripes, you know, through gun violence and, not being soft. You know, you got to earn your keep in the community. So I encourage the violence aspect of him. And what I'm saying is the movie is really truthful to like that culture, you know, because it's Los Angeles is tough. And then especially this movie was shot in like the Venice, Culver City area. And it gives you that 90s feel of LA, like that Boys in the Hood. But it's more of like a slow burn. It's like an indie spirited film, but it has that slow burn feel. But it represents Black and brown culture. Like, it's so truthful because our filmmaker, Eric Nazarian, is from that area and he lived that life. So we were shooting in the real communities, East LA. Gangsters was rolling up on us, taxing the production. They didn't tax me.
So y'all had to check in.
You checked in. They were serious.
But you didn't check in.
I didn't check in.
How did you get out of it, but the film had to pay?
You know what? When I saw it going down, I just kind of walked right around the house and said, I'm going to be back here because I got the teardrop right here in braids. And I'm like, they know we're filming. But then they start looking like, where you from? I'm like, you see these cameras? They walk right past the police. The police was like...
That's crazy.
Yeah, so
it's like nothing we can do.
But what happened was it did bring out that real thing. Like, okay, I felt threatened a little to give the performance of my life, kind of like because we're in this environment. And I used it.
See, well, talk about that. Seeing the real guys gave you a sense of pressure, a sense of like, that's what I'm going for? Like,
it gave me a sense of like danger, but it was like an exciting danger element that I got to use this. Because I knew I was going to be cool, but I was like, okay, let me use this because it's real around here. So let me absorb this atmosphere and put it into the camera, and that's what I did. So, and yeah, I embodied the guy, so it was fun.
Because they really, you don't usually see these sort of people. They don't just hang out. And when you are near them, there is an energy, a menace. Even if they're chilling, you know, like, it could pop off. They are looking at the world in a different way. Right, you can clearly see like they've been through some shit.
They've been through it.
They started some shit.
Right.
They finished some shit.
They still in the shit. They still in it.
Right.
Like,
and you can I mean you can use that, I guess.
You can use it. Yeah, I remember I got followed back to the freeway a couple times. Yeah, like because we were shooting in El Monte, like East LA, and I remember a few times I got like followed like to the freeway, and then I was just like, wait a second, what's going on? I ain't, let me gun it a little bit. Hit that freeway, I'm out. Boom.
They following you to what?
I have no idea. I didn't stick around to find out. Didn't stick around. I got out of there.
You're a not stick around and find out kind of person.
I'm not sticking around to find out. Hey, I'm not going to slow down. Hey, what's going on? No. I'm from Chicago. Them survival. See, growing up in Chicago, them survival instincts, someone else will panic or fold under pressure. I've been there. I know. Your eyes are cut in every direction, all the mirror. I know. You sense when it's something. And then you just know how to, okay, I'm going to get past that. I know how to get past that. When
somebody starts running,
listen.
Don't ask why are they running. Just go.
These are black folk. When someone run, we all running.
Just right. What are we running?
If you get up and ran now,
we'll
me, you, we all running up out of here with you. I'll ask you on the street, like, yeah.
When I give you a script, this is your next job. What do you do from that moment till you hit the set so that you're ready?
First, I'll read the script. I see if there's anything I can identify with the character that has qualities of myself to bring to it. And then I start researching, like far as what kind of film it is, make a backstory for the character as well. just give them a lot of different layers and a lot of things to pull from. And then what I like to do is I don't over prepare or over study for a character because I like my instincts to kick in a lot when I show up to set. Like if I show up to set and in the script it was like it's sunny outside, 80 degrees and it's raining, I got to know how to adapt to the rain now. Your lines, the delivery's changing. So I try to go in open.
Because of the weather.
Yeah, like that little thing will make, you don't know if you shake it now. You wet. So you're going to respond different than when it was hot. So it's kind of like I like to keep some type of instincts where it's going to be natural and authentic the day of. I kind of know my foundation of where I need to be, but then I'm up for anything. So I need to, go with the flow. And that's what gives like an authenticity to the performance.
You're in the moment. I'm not just doing what I prepared at home, but I am very much here.
Yes.
And you're responding to what your scene or line partner is doing, right?
Mm-hmm. 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 And you respond. It's like a tennis match. You got to respond. You got to do a lot of listening. But like I say, and then I want to give the director and I want to put it all in the camera and give him something or her, whoever's the filmmaker, something to say, I wasn't thinking of that. How did he bring out something else that added to this character? And that's what I do. And then I leave it there and it's up to them to edit it, cut it how they want.
A lot of times actors will pause in the midst of their thing, right? I got 3 sentences and I'll take a big pause in the midst of those 3 sentences and the other person just sitting there waiting for you to fit it. And I'm like, you stretching out your moment.
Some people stretch it, but if they stretch it, that's their moment, right? If the director no one says nothing, then I guess that's their moment, and I'll just wait and just take that in and listen. And it's about a lot of listening, and those moments are very key. Like the best acting is when there's nothing being said, right? To me, it's like the stillness. It's just like that's the best
if you
acting.
can make me feel or understand what is happening at that moment in the story without words, that's really powerful.
Without words. Yeah. I think it was because I used to watch a lot of Marlon Brando movies and famous acting coach, I think it was Meisner, is like 1,000 words is like, it's like thoughts or something. It's like this term that he used to use, but like your thoughts are more important than like your words. Like the thought of the action is way more important than actual words. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna find that quote because I don't want to misquote him, but it was like I always like okay.
So so you're in the moment doing the scene,
yes,
and you wanna be. You remember the lines, but you want to be here. Mm-hmm. But are you internally imagining yourself to be this other person? So it's not Cory, it's him, because internally, your internal monologue is him.
Yes. And there's nothing wrong. Like everything is right that I do because it's not me. So I can't even think like Cory. I got to think like the character. So everything is like I feel like it's okay to explore with, right? So it's like that's the fun part about it. Like just letting go and breathing this character and living in the character and taking risks as the character without thinking Cory made that decision because Cory didn't.
And you do think like the character.
Mm-hmm. As Cory didn't. So I try it all on set. I experiment when I'm on the set. I just experiment.
It's interesting because I can control my body. It's hard to control your thoughts, right? Like extraneous thoughts will come in and you may push it back, but right, people be like, I'm fat. I'm like, I don't want to think that.
Right.
I'm focused here in the grocery store. Like, I'm at work. Like, why are you? So to tell me that you're thinking like the character, I'm like, that's this extraordinary amount of control because the mind is like, I'm going to do, right? The mind seems to be the one part of the body that's like, I'm going to do what I want to do. You figure it out.
Yeah, but it gives me a sense of freedom playing characters because it's not me. So whatever you're seeing is not Cory. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know how to go back to Cory when I'm not in character. So that's where the freedom lies for me.
So are you method?
I would say a little bit. I would say some method.
It's funny because
I would say some.
In my experience as an interviewer, most Black actors say, no, I'm not method because I couldn't be, because I'm quite often playing a violent individual and being that in the rest of the set would be unacceptable.
Oh, you mean to stay? See, I'm method when the camera's hidden. Like, I'm method, But when it's off camera, like I'm not gonna go to the Starbucks and he's still in character. Like I'm not that type of character, if that's what you mean. Like he takes it home with him, you know.
Can't do that.
No, I don't really take it home because it's still just acting at the end of the day. I take it so serious, but it's still acting.
I love
You take a method somewhere else in the street somewhere, you get your ass whooped for real. Something to go down, you know, like just got to stay at work.
So with the Hood guys,
Yeah.
I really respect you for your In All Eyes on Me, the Tupac movie.
Oh, wow, yes.
You played Haitian Jack,
Yes.
who, those of us who remember Pac, lived through Pac, I covered him on the sexual assault trial. I was there. The Manhattan sexual trial, I was there every day.
Oh, wow, okay.
Before Jack shot him, after Jack shot him, he came in the wheelchair. So Jack was a very real character to us. Like, and we heard stories about how big and bad he was that couldn't make it to the news. So that was a hell of a character.
Yes. I spoke with him.
You did?
I spoke with him. Yeah, I spoke
What
with
y'all
him.
talk about?
Man, just Benny Boom, the director. He wanted me to speak to him because, like I said, everything you said, they say he was really that guy. All the stuff you heard was true. And I'm like, oh man, let me see if I can get some jewels from him just to bring some authenticity. And he definitely was, it was some cool conversations and listening to him and the stories he would tell me. And I would be like, wow, okay. He would call me sometimes like...
You talked to him a bunch.
Yeah, what's up? We talked because I was trying to and then we stopped talking because I was like, okay, I got everything I need because he's like, let me fly you down and here, I'm still a movie, I'm focused on the character, but it's all good. I appreciate you. But they had to change his name because of the movie. They made his name was Nigel in the film because there was some other things going on.
We knew.
So they can't make the name his name.
Knew.
Right.
But what did you get from talking to him?
From talking to him, I just felt like he was really feared.
He was.
Nah, for real. Like I can hear in his voice some of the stories. I don't know if I could share them, but I was just like, he was feared. It was scary talking on the phone to him. But he was cool. He was cool as hell.
But he was feared, yes. He would show up and people would be like, oh my God.
Yeah, I believed every word he said. Like, when you talk to somebody, I was like, no, I believe this guy.
Yeah.
And he would say, anything you need, Cory, I'll be down there and you need me. No, I'm cool. I'm not in the streets like that. 1,000 people show up, I got you. No, I'm okay. I'm an actor. I ain't no, I'm okay. I'm not gonna make them calls.
Why are you an actor?
I love it. I feel like I was born to do it. It's my purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love playing characters that represents us or that can go universal, that people can relate to, and I just love everything about it.
When did the love start?
When my mom took me into open casting call for Oprah Winfrey's movie There Are No Children Here. It was like 32 years ago in Chicago. And I was an extra in the movie. I had one line, and that line was just, hey, that was it. It started there. Month and a half, 2 months on that set. That's all I said was, hey.
Being an extra?
I loved it.
Because I've done a tiny bit.
I loved it.
Being an extra was not fun. Being in the midst of it and having lines and
but when this year first,
fun.
that was my first anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I would see Oprah from a distance, and I felt like Oprah was like God, in Chicago. Oprah, Michael Jordan, they were like the biggest ever for Chicago. And just to see Oprah, and I was like, and breathing the same air as her, like, that's Oprah.
Yeah.
I was so excited. And then they throw us in that room with one bag of donuts, the box of one donuts and water, and we all had the chairs. That was exciting because I was like, and then you saw some people in there, I don't want to be here. And I was like, man, I want to really be here. This is amazing. When do I go back on set to say hey again? Like, that was fun. And then it hit me from there. I said, this is what I could do for my career.
Looking at a lot of things you did early on, Felicity and Never Been Kissed, it's girl-centric. So I'm like, the girls was like, he's cute. So keep putting him in front of the girls. Like, was that the vibe?
No, the vibe was just trying to get work, just to eat.
You wanted that.
I wanted that.
This is what the industry is like. He's cute. Girls want to see him.
Okay, I can see that. Yeah, I can see that. And then it got into, like I said, after that, it started getting into more like, characters, like menacing figures, And I've never really been a menace in real life, even though I grew up around it. And then it just went to that. But I told Michelle, like, I want to do a romantic comedy. I want to, you know, get the girl from the building, you know.
But you had to learn how to be menacing.
Yeah, a little bit.
Because people were asking you to do that.
They love it. They love me playing this hard character. And I love action as well. I've done a lot of action films as well. But something about playing the menacing character just kind of gives me that adrenaline rush, you know? I'm thinking like Marvel villain is next for me. That's what I'm speaking. I'm putting that in the universe.
You want to be a Marvel villain?
I want to play one of those characters, though.
I mean, that would be an honor to
Yeah.
be a Marvel villain.
Yeah, never having the opportunity to even read for Marvel. I would love to have that opportunity one day.
You know, I know you've heard the Don Cheadle story. They called him at his kid's birthday party.
No.
Would you like to be...
Oh.
You have 1 hour to decide. I'm at my kid's birthday party. It's Saturday afternoon. You have 59 minutes to just... like, yes.
He didn't hang up that phone. He was like, oh, in the 58th minute, I'm doing it.
Yes.
You don't say no to Marvel. Like,
Oh.
yes, please, come on.
But this is an interesting point because
Yes.
this is where we are in Hollywood now, that we used to get a lot of character-driven, original, artful stories.
Yes.
Now we get a lot of intellectual property and movies that are about products or characters, and like
Yes.
the actors aren't really the stars. The intellectual property is the star. And like,
Yes.
how do you feel about that?
The times is changing, you know. It's more like it's entertainment business, you know, first.
Yes.
Character stories and those type of those indie spirit, like Die Like a Man's and stuff. Those films are not really here no more. That's why I was, you know, when I read it, I was like, this is like a breath of fresh air, you know, to do that type of film. But it's the way of the business. You got to adapt to it. I mean, I feel like if you do have real talent, you'll continue to find your way through. Like you'll be fine, even if the business is moving and shaping to what it is today. You know, because I keep the main thing, which is my craft. You know, and that's what's important to me.
Do you go to class?
I have a few acting coaches, and I study for each job I get. Even when I get a movie or a show, I study every night when I rap, or even before I'll prepare.
By studying, you mean you're going through your lines?
Yes, but with a coach, and still get coached. So I'm not like, I have a class that I go to every once in a while, but I have more of a day-to-day coach that still coaches me.
One-on-one relationship.
That still coaches me.
One single person,
Just
coach
one.
for everything?
Yep, everything.
What does that do, working with a coach?
Just keeps me sharper. Just keeps me on my toes. Keeps me prepared. And, you know, someone who's just they're not really in the business. So it's kind of like they can give it to me like straight, like keep me real with me. And, you know, they're not here just to say, hey, I'm going to help you with this just because you're an actor. It's like, I really trust this person. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause they're not even in the business like that. So, yeah.
You did 2 movies with Clint Eastwood. What's
Yes.
that like?
Amazing. I love Mr. Clint Eastwood because he's like one take. He'll shoot the rehearsal or he'll shoot the take and then you move on. So you really got to be prepared, like when you're working with him. And he lets you do your thing, like ad lib. He lets you just get it off. Like whatever you got to get off, if it's good, he lets you do it. And I love that. Like I love everything about him because it's just like, you know, like the Western man's man type of feel. And that's what I am as an actor. And it's just like he gets it with me. So I wish I could work with him again. So
Actors, director.
yeah. Actors, director, for sure. For sure.
He seems very tough and gruff to me, having never met him.
He's a man of few words, but he's so powerful. When I say powerful, he'll come on set, he'll give one look, and it's radio silent, and everyone's moving. You see everyone moving, but it's like they're gliding how everyone's moving, but things are getting done. And his days are 8 to 10 hour film days on action. Like on action, we were doing American Sniper, like action movie, 8 days, and he's done. We're out.
Is
you
that
know,
a short
explosions.
day?
Yeah, his days are short.
Why is he doing short days?
Because everyone knows their position and they get the job done. Like there's no time for like a lot of downtime. Like things are really efficient. You know what I'm saying? And they really respect him. He's had the same people that worked with him for like 30 years, 30 years plus. Yeah.
And then
It's like
you've done a bunch
machine.
with Tyler Perry as well.
I've done one film. That was my first one, Divorce in the Black. It came out last summer, and it did really well. It like broke records for Amazon.
Entirely different experience than working with Clint Eastwood.
It's kind of similar because Tyler shoots fast too.
He does shoot fast.
Yes, but I would say Tyler and Clint Eastwood are similar because Tyler gave me the freedom like Clint did. Tyler gave me the freedom like to go and have fun, like just let loose, and he was enjoying it. Like I would see him laughing behind the camera, and when I see a filmmaker laughing, I'm like, okay, I got him. Like we're together on this thing. He's gonna let me rock, and he, like I said, it was an amazing experience, and he shoots really fast because he knows what he wants. And he kept saying, Cory, you're going to be happy. Trust me, I got you. You're going to be happy. He kept saying that throughout the whole shoot. So he liked what I was doing, and it did amazing. So
he shoots fast. I know he shoots fast. Sometimes I'm
it's a bullhorn. I got the bullhorn on set.
Sometimes like, slow down.
He goes fast.
Why you go so fast? There's no race. Slow down.
He goes really, really fast. But it worked, man, because everyone loved the movie, and people still, like, to this day are like, man, Dallas, like, walking around, they call me Dallas, and I love that character.
I know. People love... His audience loves him to death.
Yeah.
And God bless him.
Yes.
And he super serves his audience.
Yes.
I mean, I've had this conversation with him. I'm like, maybe you could slow down.
Right.
And it would be better.
But if it works...
It works.
If it works.
It works.
It works.
And he's developed a lot as an actor, I think, over time.
Yes.
Him personally.
Yes.
Don't just say yes.
I'm saying yes. What am I supposed to say? No, Touré?
No. Say more.
Yes.
And don't just say...
You want me to elaborate?
Yes.
You want me to elaborate on it?
I don't want to talk about your relationship. I want to talk about the future.
Yeah.
Are you dating?
No. I'm not dating. My kids. I ain't got time right now. Busy man. I'm locked in. I'm focused. And I believe dating is something that I will be open for. It just got to feel like I'm not chasing it. It's kind of coming to me, And right now, it's just like I'm still trying to figure out who I am right now. You know what I'm saying? Being, in a relationship for a while and being married for a while. And my priority is just like career and children. So right now, this is where I am today. Who knows a year from now where that may be.
20 years in one situation, it's a whole adjustment to even like, I'm gonna walk down the street with another person. Like, this is different. Like, I've been doing that over here, happy, sad, whatever. Like, switching it up, it's like, it's just.
Right. I mean, I haven't done that yet. So it just, sometimes it just feels, the idea of it feels frightening. Like you just walking down the street and holding somebody else's hand or, having a girlfriend or date. Like, it feels a little frightening right now.
You haven't broached this side of life at all?
You say broach, what do you mean?
Have you...
He said broach.
You have not had dates since your marriage ended?
Well, you the first one to ask me this. You the first person. Got some companionship, friends, I would say just friends. Yeah. I'm just locked in, Touré. I'm just kind of locked in right now,
I respect the
I'm locked in right now. That's all I can really...
A man cannot live by work alone.
I know. I like to go to the gym. I like to swim, Touré.
I think a man like you would probably have the dating scene would come to you and would interrupt you as you're trying to work out.
You know what?
Just to let you know, just in case you're interested, I am available.
Listen, I am single, and occasionally I mingle. There you go.
What are you looking for?
Nothing. Whatever God has for me. I ain't looking for nothing. I'm being honest.
What trips the eye?
Intelligence. Yeah, intelligence.
Can't see intelligence across the room, Cory.
Yeah, you can. You see it in the eyes. You see it. You feel it. You feel the vibration.
You can definitely feel somebody who's thinking more than somebody who's not. I think that's fair.
Yeah. Like I say, I have not been out in the world like far as like socially a lot. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm closed off. I'm just still learning how to get out and be about and just move on. Because sometimes it still feels like you married. Like it sometimes still feels that way. It's just, you been with someone so long, 20, 24 years, married almost 15. It's just like, it's like your life, right? So just the new normal is, I don't know what that still feels. I don't even know what that feels like.
Imagine co-parenting makes you feel like we're still in it because you're kind of going through some of the same exercises and can you pick up whatever, all those sort of things.
And we're co-parenting. We attend all our children's functions, like far as like one's in basketball, one's in track. And we're still family to this day. Of course, the love is still there. We still love each other. We still support each other. It's still there. And so and then we go to our separate homes, you know what I'm saying? Outside of when I have my children or when I have the kids. So that's still for me, just to adjust that life, to adjust to that life still is just still new to me. So.
Did you get a fair schedule?
What do you mean?
You have them, is it 50% of the time or?
Yeah, so we have a fair co-parenting schedule. She, the kids of course live with the mom, but I get the kids when I get them, and I see my kids 2, 3, 4 times a week.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so I'm present. I'm present all the events. I'm the present. I'm a present dad. I only live 5 minutes away, and I'm close. And if she needs me, I'm there. Like I'm still there. You still feel my presence daily.
That's beautiful because it's hard.
It's tough.
After the divorce and dad moves and you gotta be active and conscious and intentional to continue being that constant presence that you were when you lived there.
Right. You gotta kind of do double because you're not there. So I gotta send more advice to my son. I gotta talk to him more. Son, make sure you setting the alarm like I still live there. Son, make sure and it is because it's just like you're when the dad's still there, it's kind of like the protector's there, so you can take over and take care of some of them things. But when I'm not there, I'm like, okay, son, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. Did you swim today? You do your laps, you do your homework. And it's just like, it gets exhausting.
It's tricky about 13 and 6, where you are, your kids, at least I found, they're not so big on the phone. I could talk to you face to face, but for me to call you, their attention span is very short.
Yeah.
On the phone. So I can't make up.
He wants to get off the phone with me, and I gotta talk to my friends, man. Yeah, that's sad.
So I can't make up the time by texting and calling. I gotta be in your face.
I gotta be in your face.
I love you. Here's advice. Whatever.
Right. But see, when I see my son, it's just like I gotta play catch up. Yeah. For the week. So it's kind of like, okay, we gotta do 10 things a day. And I gotta pump all this advice and knowledge and wisdom into him in this short span, so he can take that for the week into his life. And so sometimes that does get a little I'm burning myself out doing that. So I know he's like, man, so when I see him, I got to let down a little bit and just enjoy my son for what it is. Like, Dad loves you and we're here, and we can chill.
You feel this pressure to make the time super valuable for both of you.
Right.
Rather than let's just be together.
Right. I'm learning now how to
just sitting there with you could be very memorable and enriching for him. Yeah. I just sat there with my dad. We didn't say anything. It was so nice.
We just watched TV.
Yes. Yeah. And but you feel that extra pressure of let me give you
right. And we're in the car, cut the radio off, I talk for an hour straight. And I'm like, man, I just talked to him for an hour straight. I'm tired of talking. I know he tired of listening. Shit. Like I'll be saying to myself. So I'm learning how to be a little more relaxed with him.
Well, what about the 6-year-old? Because the 13-year-old, you can kind of have adult conversations.
She's
6-year-old just got finished being a baby. We can't have a
But
real.
no, we're not having none of those. She's just so happy though. Yeah, my 6-year-old daughter, she gives me so much strength because she's like, when she sees me, it's like, Daddy, I love you. And then when it's by, it's just like, Daddy, she's still happy. That gives me energy until I see her again. Seeing her so happy, like, okay, this is better for me now, right? But my son is 13, but he's a little more like emotional. You're like, Dad, my dad, you know what I'm saying? Like so he's a little more, so I have to talk more. With her, it's just, it can be all fun.
Right.
You know, eating or watching movies with her. It's all fun. And it's just like, it's happy. She's putting on dance videos for me. I'll record her. So yeah, she definitely keeps me going. He does too, but she, you know, that's my girl, it's my daughter. So it's just like, yeah.
It's crazy though.
I see it in her eyes, like, Daddy, we gonna be even if she's 6, it's like you see that, Daddy, we're gonna be fine. I love you, Daddy. Like she loves me. That's my baby.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
The relationship you have with your boy is so different than with the girl.
Yeah.
You know, the ways that you can communicate, and it's crazy.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's like she's like more mature than, you know what I'm saying? Like he's,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's like she's 6. I'm just like, geez.
Yeah.
You know, and she's so strong. She just started track too. Yeah, so she's
What's
out
she
there
running?
Track. She's running the 100, 200, and the long jump. Yeah,
real
so she
shit.
just got in it. Yeah,
100
and she wanted to
and
quit right when I got her in track too. Like,
She wanted to quit.
Yeah.
Because it's hard.
yeah, but I'm like, you know, kids need to be told what to do.
The thing we talked about with your son and not being hard and all that,
Yes.
do you deal with that with your daughter, or because it's a girl, it's like, well, it's different?
Meaning,
She's not as tough as you were, but
she's still tough though.
okay.
Something about she still has that
So
side of
she's
me.
got a toughness that your boy does not have.
Correct. She's
Interesting.
tough. She's tough. She's 6. She's tough. She's strong. Like she's really, really strong. Really independent. Where my son needs us a little more. Like he needs more reassurance with everything. You know, teenager coming in and out, like insecurities. You know what I'm saying? Like his peers at school adapting. You know, it's just like he's 13, but yeah, he's like, you know, still trying to find his place right now. But
It's tricky.
13 is tricky.
He's starting to get into it. Maybe he'll get a girlfriend. Maybe he'll try smoking a joint. Maybe he'll.
Oh no!
You know what I mean?
Don't say that.
Like to start tiptoeing into like trying to push the boundaries, and then you got to be like, do we crack down on this, or say it's okay? Do we?
Nah, that ain't happening because I still got them principles like James Evans from Good Times. You know.
What's that mean?
You know, father. Remember, you know.
Yeah.
Like I'm still like that daddy. Like he ain't doing. I don't play.
You spank.
Nah, but the look is enough. I give him a look and he knows. Do you know that look?
I do know the
You
look.
know that look?
I do know the look.
I done played so many gangsters. You see them looks I give them people in movies, man. You know I can give it to my son. I give it to my
No,
boy.
that's hysterical.
Yeah.
Your scene partner doesn't know if you're going to shoot him or not. He knows. You ain't going to shoot me. You don't spank.
No.
Or you do.
I spanked him. He's gotten spankings, but not a lot.
A little.
A couple.
A little.
A couple. A few. Yeah. His mom don't believe in spanking.
My wife educated me on that because I got lit up,
You got your ass whooped.
and she was like, "We're not doing that," and I was like, "Oh, okay. I know it's right because you said that, but I don't understand how that works." And I had to go research and read Dr. Poussin and figure it out. Of
That's
like,
different.
okay, so it's not good. It's not helpful.
Right.
Okay. All right. And I'm rocking with you. And we never did. I couldn't even imagine it.
Nah, we got extension cords.
You did.
I'm saying we. I don't know. I'm talking about like
You and I.
growing up in that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Go take a bath first. Come out, get out the tub wet.
Really?
Yeah, I'm like, now it's just like, that's abuse.
Your mom?
I mean, I just told on everybody.
Get
God,
in the
Jesus.
tub
This happened so long ago.
and
But
then get hit?
listen, we used to get ass whooped. And then rub you down with the alcohol after. Remember they take the alcohol and...
No, I don't remember that.
Oh,
That's
damn.
trauma.
Where'd you grow up
I've
at?
never heard of this.
Okay, never mind. We're moving forward.
No. What are you talking about?
No, I'm just saying, like, it went down. Like, and it's just like, all my friends, like, they knew about the extension cord, like getting hit and it wraps around you and you let that scream out, but none comes out your mouth. You know, you're like you know, you can't say nothing.
I remember if you took the first hit and you didn't say anything, then my dad would be like, you know, don't try to play me. Like if you don't let me know that I have hurt you, then I'm going to keep going.
I remember. Yes, my brother, I think what happened was he was getting his whooping first and I was second. And I had to watch it, right? And so he got bold with it, right? So I had to watch him getting his spanking. And it was like in the line.
Your mom or your dad?
It was a stepdad at the time.
Okay.
Yeah, it was stepdad at the time. So that was a whole nother story. But I was next. I'm watching. And this guy grabbed the belt like with his hand and caught it, right?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And he was like, enough or whatever. Like I was like, oh my God. Why he do that? He about to die. He grabbed the belt.
Yes, many of us have tried to grab the belt as it went.
It scared everybody. It scared. And I said, wait, he grabbed the belt.
So what happened?
You know what? I think it scared. I think it scared my mom too. He grabbed the belt, said, I'm done getting whooped around here. So I think the whooping slowed down after he grabbed that belt.
Yeah, there is a point.
Like it's enough.
Where a boy will get old enough and big enough, and he's like, I'm sick of this.
Right.
And then what you gonna do?
What you gonna do?
And you do have to have a relationship with them whereby I am your father, and it's not backed up by military force. It's backed up by wisdom and respect. And you're gonna listen because I asked you to, and because maybe you respect me, not because I'll beat your ass if you don't.
Right.
Because you have, how tall is your boy?
Right now, he's almost 5. He's like 5'10" and a half, 13.
Okay, 5'10" and a half, 13. So you got like a year, and he's gonna be taller than you.
Yeah, he's
How tall are you?
I'm almost like 6'1", almost.
So maybe you got 18 months.
He's gonna be
right, but the growth spurt into for maybe 15. He's tall, but like it's coming.
It's coming. I know it.
And you said he could be 6'8".
That's what his pediatrician said. So
you better
because he didn't hit the spurt yet. Like he didn't really hit the growth spurt yet.
Your gangster look might not work.
It might not work.
6'3". When your little boy is 6'4", and your kid starts looking down at you, and you hug them, and you're coming in on their shoulder, it changes things.
Listen, if I'm looking right at his stomach, he gonna feel one right in the center, right where you poke right here. He's still gonna that real quick, that little jug right there. He's still gonna get it. Come on now,
you stupid. You stupid. Who are the actors who you have really watched to teach you yourself, this is how it's done?
Denzel. Everything about Denzel's career, I loved. Like, I always be like, I'll be calling myself sometimes. I'll just be playing. I'll be like, baby Denzel, you know. But I love Denzel Washington because he came up in that era where it was like, you know, it was just all about his craft and acting. It wasn't about how famous you were outside of his, you know, abilities to show you that he's the greatest or one of the greatest. And he still held on to that today. There's still a mystique about him. And it works for him. And I'm just like, and he's so awesome to this day. And I look up to him, like to Denzel Washington.
What makes him so great?
Just everything about him. I just think the way he carries himself. Like, I love that about him. You know, he doesn't feel like an actor. He still feels like a human being. And I met him from a distance before. I don't even know him at all. But just from what I see, I just feel like he's a human being first. I feel like he's God-fearing. I still feel like that God-fearing man. He has principles, integrity. He stands on what he stands on. And, yeah, it's just admirable to watch.
I think he's incredibly compelling, and you're always captivated. And whether he's a boxer or Malcolm X or, it's just extraordinary. I even go back to Soldier's Story.
Soldier Story. Mm-hmm.
And I think too that there's something, maybe you could articulate it better, something in the diction, in the way he talks, that makes his line readings more powerful. But he's not like adding a thing. It's just he's being, and it's freaking powerful.
Yeah, it's powerful. And I love how he studied theater, like comes from theater. Like that's his foundation. And I've never been like in theater. I took a few plays and I felt it was challenging for me, like to be on the stage. But I think a lot of that comes from he's trained there, but he also has this instincts about him, like he's from the culture still, like,
yes.
And that's something that you can't really fake, and that's what I love about him, You
see that in Fences, from the culture.
The culture.
In other places, but in Fences, it's really like...
Yeah, and he's like still like the top of the top, like for me. And like I say, I have a lot of work to do. I feel like I'm just getting started, but that's someone I would love to. That's like the blueprint for me. Like I'm looking at him like, man, if I could have just a piece of his career or how the direction he's went in his career, I would love that for myself.
I feel like actors are either chameleons or they're basically playing themselves over and over, but it is so compelling that you don't care. And I know that Denzel has the chameleon potential because we have seen, but do you think this late stretch, he's kind of doing the same person, he's kind of doing the same character a lot, but it's super compelling?
No, I don't think so. Not Othello, the Gladiator too.
Yeah,
like
it was different.
Yeah, it felt different. But Denzel's still Denzel. Like he's stronger. Like when Denzel's doing Denzel, that's what people love to see. Like that's what I love to see. Like I don't care if he's done it 1,000,000 times over. It's just like there's only one Denzel. I remember doing when he did the movie with Whitney Houston. Was it The Preacher's Wife? It was like a
okay.
It was like a movie. It was like a comedy, like kind of like a comedy.
Okay.
He went right back, and I just felt like, okay, that was cool, but it didn't feel like Zell. He went right back into what he does, like, and I just felt like he just fell right back into.
Do you think that you're a chameleon, or that you do Cory and it's compelling?
I can be a chameleon. I feel like a lot of people don't know that I have a wide range. Like I can do multiple things. I just feel like, it does get frustrating sometimes that I'm not going out for like some of these jobs or getting in front of some of these people, like, for these, like these bigger, I guess like bigger opportunities. Like first time I met Spike Lee at the Knicks game the other day, and I'm like, wow, I never even been up for an opportunity for Spike or like the big prominent, filmmakers, like the ones that gave me a shot. The films broke records. Like I didn't know Mr. Perry. He called me and the film broke records. Like I just need the opportunity. So I think a lot of it is like I'm 30 years later. I'm still waiting, like to get a shot. But I'm prepared for it. But it gets a little tiring. I ain't gonna lie, it gets a little exhausting.
How do you move up to that level where you're getting the meeting with so and so and so and so?
I guess it's fate, timing, God's plan, purpose. I don't know how, really. It just got to keep doing what I'm doing, and what's meant for you, it'll find you, I believe. That's all, but I'm open to meeting. Like I said, I'm open, like right now. Like I just want to show the world what I could do because I know I got it. Like I'm holding so much in that I'm just ready to unleash for the world. So, and just having the proper people support.
So people come on the show, I talk to them about what it means to be Black and where shows up in the work. And you've done a lot of portraying Blackness in different ways. What does it mean to you to be a Black actor?
That's tricky when you say, what does it mean to be a Black actor? Because I look at myself as an actor who's Black, right? But I'm an actor first, but I can transcend like the work, like international, you know what I'm saying? From the Black experience.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like Black people makes everything, important and cultural significance as far as like what we do, and it comes from the Black experience. Everyone wants to be Black, but they don't want to feel what it's like to be Black, and go through what we go through.
Yep.
But they'll reap the benefits of the Black experience, right? Just with everything, sports, entertainment. But I love everything about being a Black man. I love the struggle, though. I love the struggle. I love our resilience as being Black, because we have so much to give. Like, we have so much strength. It's like Jesus. We keep getting knocked down, but we never stop coming.
Yes.
And that's the beauty of it. I couldn't be white and feel that, because maybe it's like, it's different. Like, I have some white friends, they'd be like, yeah, I had 100 auditions and meetings, like in past month. You're like, what? 100? Asking me for acting coaching lessons, right? And like, yeah, you only made that on that movie? I made this. You be like, so that's a real
Wait, when they're doing 100 auditions
No, I'm
in a
just
month,
saying, but
how many are you doing?
Maybe like 5 or 6.
And when you're talking about they're making X and what is that? Or what's the differential?
It's a big,
just so we understand.
It's a big jump. Say like, I tell you, here's one thing. It was a guy who had his first TV show, and I had like maybe 5 or 6 at the time. And first show, he got offered $100,000 a week episode. First show, out the gate. First show. That's what he got offered.
At that point,
and I was like,
getting?
40
a week.
Yeah.
So you're
40. They wasn't moving past 40 an episode.
You're more experienced.
No credits. I probably almost had 100 credits at that time. He was like, I got offered 100. You're like, really? And then when you call and ask somebody, and they're just kind of like, everyone plays like they don't know what's happening. It's just like, this is a real thing. So can you imagine what's going on in this? Like, I feel the pain and struggle of all, like when we get up and win them Oscars and the tears come out, it's from a lot of other shit. It is that we got to deal with, So I feel for us, but we're resilient and we're strong. We're just strong. And I love everything about that, though.
I know that feeling for sure. Like, I know I put in the same work he did. I know I'm more talented than he did. And he got what?
See, I love that you said that. I love that you said that. Because I be feeling the same way. I'd be like, man, what? Are you kidding me? Got 150 credits and
I got a list.
Right.
I was coming up and I'm here and and he came in the industry after me and leapfrogged me. Okay, I see how y'all do.
Right. Okay. What do you do? Like, what do you do? I'm like,
you
oh man,
plugging.
Yeah.
Because you can't do anything but that.
Right.
Sometimes you can try to aim your career toward Black organizations.
Yeah.
Or Black communities. Like, let's create, a Black director and, co-star. Right. So we have so everybody in this community respects me.
Right.
Takes care of the, but I mean, like, that can't be everything. I mean, like,
yeah.
I don't know. I wonder what Hollywood's response to the administration's attempt to end DEI. Mm-hmm. What does that look like in Hollywood?
I don't know. I don't know what it looks like, to be honest. I really don't. I just hear a lot of, like I said, you get a lot of calls like, the business is changing, even though without bringing up DEI, but I'm sure that's in there, but it's like, it's changing, it's slow, or it's the climate. You get a lot of that, it's the climate, and you're like, okay, but.
Well, we used to be a hot commodity.
Mm-hmm.
What, about 10 years ago? Right? Somebody pointed out to me like Django Unchained came out.
Yeah.
And 12 Years a Slave was like right after that.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
And it helped create a lot of energy. So here come Moonlight. Here come,
Yep.
you know, Issa Rae, Lena Waithe, like all these people blowing up on TV and we're having a moment.
Mm-hmm.
And then the shit dissipated. And now we're not.
And then now we're not. And all the people you name, like I said, I'm sure have generated billions of dollars for the industry, but it's like we're good enough to build the studios up, you know, the networks up. All right, thank you. All right, let's put it over here now, and y'all have a seat for the next 5-10 years, and we'll come back when we need to come back up again. That's what it feels like. Like when we need you again, we'll come and get you.
I mean, I remember being in college in the late 80s, early 90s.
Mm.
And it was Spike, John Singleton,
Yeah.
Matty Rich, the Hughes, the
Hughes
Hudlins.
brothers.
And then it went away. And then we got a little sort of thing, right? It was Love and Basketball. It was some cute things. And then it went away.
Then it went away.
And then, you know,
Yeah.
and Steve McQueen, and then it went.
And it goes
Flavor
away.
of the month.
Yeah.
And then we're not.
And then we're not. It's kind of like the Academy Awards. It's like you already know, like every 5 years or every, you know, that's when the moment will come back. It's just like, it's not like a consistent thing, you know, and that's what's tricky. So you got to have a lot of faith and just a lot of willpower just to stay in it, because it can get to the point where you'd be like, that's why I started a production company, my own, called Hardcore Films, like to bring back those 90s feels of films, like you named John Singleton, The Boys in the Hoods, you know, because a lot of those movies went on to create superstars and they've been timeless, and I want to do those movies that serves our community and take them global, you know, through our experience, because that's what I know.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I know, so I want to do that.
Good luck.
I know.
Good luck.
I know.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's fantastic. Thank you so much. Thanks so much to Cory for a great interview, and thanks to you for listening. Touré Show gives you fuel to power your dreams, because you can use your dreams like a rocket ship to blast you into a life you never imagined. You can make your dreams a reality. And maybe this show can help. Touré Show is written by me, Touré, and produced by Ashley Hobbs. Our editor is Ryan Woodhull. Our booker is Ray Holiday. And we're distributed by DCP Entertainment. And we will be back next Wednesday with more amazing guests, because the man can't shut us down.